For Mike Bordick is sitting there. And Mike, let's talk a little bit about Yordano Ventura. What did he do so much today that stopped the Orioles?
Well, he mixed up his pitches. This guy, when he broke into the big leagues, everybody was talking about his big-time fastball. But if you check out his pitch arsenal, he mixes up his pitches. He's learned how to pitch at such a young age. The changeup has come up so big for him. 29% usage today against this Orioles lineup. Now, last night they pounded out 14 hits, so he had to find a way to keep them off balance. He did with a live, easy fastball, mid to high 90s with that heater, but the changeup was the one that kept everybody off balance, and of course enough breaking balls as well. So a nice consistent mix today from Ventura, and you saw him much more poised. He got upset one time about a borderline strike ball call, but for the most part stayed within himself and stayed under control, and it was a pretty solid outing for Ventura.
Mike, while we're talking about starting pitching Mike Wright today, deeper into the ball game than he's been so far. I thought he was pretty effective, especially with his off-speed pitches, but he should be a fastball-dominant pitcher. That's the pitch he seems to have the most trouble with.
Yeah, well, definitely. And but I think the reason Mike got so deep into this ball game, his secondary pitches have really come on. That last start against Toronto started to get a better feel for both his slider and the changeup. Today went to it as well. Fastball plus pitch, but if you make mistakes and leave it out over, they're going to get to it. It's unfortunate. Mike Wright had a very solid start. Just seems like every time Buck tries to extend a starter, he gets burned. Tough luck there. Starters are getting a little bit deeper, though, here lately. Good sign.
Mike, the Orioles just played two teams, 6 games, Toronto and Kansas City, that were in the playoffs last year, and one won the entire thing. Review what you saw over the last 6 games with the Orioles, positive and negative.
Well, I think starting pitching is definitely going to be the key. If they can get a little bit deeper and give their team a chance offensively, they can compete with anybody. Today was one of those days you tip your hat. Ventura had everything working, shutting down the Orioles in the day game here. But they're explosive all the way through the lineup. They never give up. They've had some great comeback wins this year. They're seeing the ball much better, so drawing more walks and picking up those big 2-out hits, which are huge. So if they continue to get guys on base and have that high batting average with runners in scoring position, this team's going to be into the promised land in the postseason. But they're playing great defense today. They were a little shoddy. Yesterday it was the Kansas City Royals that looked like they hadn't played baseball in a while, and they gave them too many opportunities. And I think today the Orioles gave back too many opportunities to the Royals, and they ended up capitalizing.